What's up guys, it's Markin. Today I'm bringing you some more Paragon. Today's video is going to be a little different, a little more simple. I just want to talk with you guys about Paragon and the changes that are coming up. So let's get into that. So, Paragon is changing. If you've been following Epic Games, you've been reading their blogs, their forums, anything like that, you would know that in the next coming month or two, there's going to be some huge changes with the game, and I'm very excited about almost all of them. Now, the main thing that Epic wants to do is make this game feel more like a MOBA. I mean, right now, it is very fast-paced, which is not a bad thing at all. But it really seems like a team deathmatch game. You know, everybody's just scrambling for kills, and then once you get the kills, it's kind of you just go for the objectives afterwards. And that's really not how a MOBA is played. That's not why I fell in love with the MOBA genre and Paragon. So it's not what they wanted for the game either. So it's kind of venturing off from their idea of what they actually wanted for Paragon. So they had a recent blog post where they basically said this, and they said they wanted to make the game feel more like a regular MOBA. They want more strong hero roles. They want no death ball or anything like that. So, which I completely agree with. Now, one of the major ways that they're going to get this game more like a general MOBA, like a normal quote-unquote MOBA, is through the movement speed. They are changing the travel mode. No longer can you hit shift or left stick on console on the PS4 in order to go into travel mode. That's not implemented yet, but that's one of the main things that they're doing that's going to change the game a lot. Now, in my opinion, having such a fast travel mode takes out a lot of the strategy out of a game. You can make a terrible decision in right lane, say, and then get back to left lane in under, 10 seconds without an issue at all. So you're really not punished for any of your mistakes, which is a huge aspect in the MOBA genre. Like, it's all strategy. It's one of those games that if you know more about the metagame and about the entire game and entire strategy than your opponent, you should win 9 times out of 10. It does not always come down to player skill, which I like, but also player skill plays a huge part in it as well, because once you get into these 5v5 fights, these one-on-one fights, it is all about player skill. But the general controlling of the game, it does not take skill. It does not take mouse and keyboard skill. It takes knowing what the game needs and at what time. And right now, Paragon does not have that, and I think that's a huge part that is missing. Now, another big part of no travel mode at all and just a slower movement speed altogether is, like I said, your choices that you're making. You're trading map positions for different objectives. If one team wants to take Orb Prime and they're in the left middle of the map, the other team can take all 5 people and go over to right lane and push down at least 2 towers, maybe an inhibitor. So the team that's taking Orb Prime is getting punished for taking Orb Prime by losing 2 or 3 towers, which right now a team can take down Orb Prime in under 20 seconds, and then any punishment that's going to happen to them, they can just click into travel speed, into travel mode, I should say, and get wherever they want to be on the map in just a few seconds. So your choices just really aren't punished at all. So I think that's huge. And I know a lot of people are going to hate this. I know a lot of people love travel mode, love it so much, and I don't mind it either. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. But overall, strategy-wise, I think the game is going to play so much better without it, unfortunately. And also, it really is less escapes. If you're split pushing as a Gideon, which I do quite often, if I see somebody that's right next to the lane and they're about to gank me, I can go into travel mode and I can loop around the outside of the map near the harvester and get right around them with this crazy fast travel speed. Where in a general MOBA, you guys know I've played a lot of League of Legends. And in League of Legends, if I see somebody that's coming from mid lane to gank me, if they leave mid lane and I don't realize that they leave mid lane, I get ganked and I'm so slow, you know, quote unquote slow, that I can't just click into travel mode and get out of the way of it. I have to plan ahead and I need to ward properly in order to see where they're coming from. So I think there's going to be less escapes in the sense that if you get split pushed on, you can go and actually kill the person that's split pushing if they don't ward properly and if there's no team communication. So I really like the fact that there's just overall more strategy in the game with no travel mode. Obviously, this isn't implemented yet, so everything I'm saying is up in the air and it might not be exactly as it is. But if you've played another MOBA, you know it's completely different than Paragon, and you know it's a huge difference because of travel mode. And the last thing I want to hit on with travel mode is competitive play. I think competitive play is going to be so much better without travel mode. I think it's going to be huge. If you watch, you know, Agora's Rising, that's really the quote-unquote competitive, you know, tournament that's going on right now. It's great. The player skill is outrageous. These guys are phenomenal. However, teams can just push down another team and they can trade objectives. And it's not even really about trading objectives because one team can take an objective and then get right over to the other side of the map in no time at all because of the travel mode. So I think the strategy is going to be a huge difference in future tournaments once they take travel mode out of the game. And I think it's going to be nothing but better. So I know this kind of got into a travel mode discussion only instead of a whole future of Paragon, but I really wanted to discuss travel mode. I know it's a huge thing that they're going to be implementing, and I can't wait until they do it. I think it's going to be so much better. I think it's going to improve Paragon exponentially. So I want to know in the comments what your opinions on travel mode are. Like I said, I know a lot of you are not going to like it. And are not going to like it at all and might even, you know, stop playing Paragon, at least for a little while. But let me know in the comments what you think about travel mode. Are you happy that it's going to be taken out? Are you pissed off that it's going to be taken out? Let me know your opinions and why. Don't just say I'm pissed. Tell me why, because I'm interested. So thank you for watching, guys. As always, stay active and leave a comment down below giving me your opinions on travel mode. Thanks, guys.
Hitmaker.